close attention. GDPR stands for General Data Protection Regulation, and it replaces an earlier data protection regulation for the EU. But don't think you've dodged a bullet just because you don't live in an EU member country. The GDPR doesn't just apply to businesses based in the EU. If anyone from the EU visits your website, you are required to be fully compliant with this brand new regulation. If your website uses cookies or integrates with third-party websites that uses cookies, you must be GDPR compliant. If you get leads from people in the EU, or people from the EU share any kind of personal data with you, you absolutely must be GDPR compliant. Personal data includes things like names, email addresses, payment information, photos, IP addresses, and more. The bottom line is this: ensuring your compliance with the GDPR is crucial to your long-term business success. By now, all the big websites out there like Facebook, YouTube, Google, and many others have already updated their terms of service and the way they interact with their customers to ensure compliance. That's because non-compliance with the GDPR carries extremely steep penalties. How steep? The penalties for non-compliance are so massive that they can put you out of business overnight. In the case of data breach or non-compliance with the GDPR regulations, you can be fined up to 4% of your annual global turnover, or 20 million euros, whichever is greater. That's a lot of money. Money you don't have to give a government agency for not following the rules. And monetary penalties are just the beginning. In addition to monetary penalties, non-compliance with the GDPR can also cause you to be banned from offering products and services to customers from any EU member country indefinitely. To stay compliant with the GDPR, you must be able to tell an individual what kind of personal data is being collected, how it's being processed, and where it's being stored. And if a copy of the personal data is requested, you must provide it to the individual free of charge. And under certain conditions, an individual is entitled to have his or her data erased if requested. As you can see, if you're not prepared to do all of this, your business could be at serious risk of non-compliance and a massive fine. To ensure your compliance with the GDPR, you need to study the working of the GDPR in great detail and likely hire an attorney. Modify the processes and systems in your business to ensure that your online business is compliant. Hire coders and designers to make sure GDPR compliance is built into every single website you have online. And continually review what you're doing to ensure compliance. For most online businesses, this is just out of the question. Not only would it be extremely time-consuming, the cost to maintain compliance can quickly skyrocket to thousands of dollars. The good news is, there's now a faster, easier, and much less expensive solution to GDPR compliance. Introducing GDPR Suite. The GDPR Suite is an easy-to-use WordPress plugin that makes your website compliant with the GDPR within minutes from right now. It's easy to set up without needing to hire coders, designers, or anyone else. Everything you need to become GDPR compliant within minutes is included in the GDPR Suite. The GDPR Suite dynamically removes sensitive data in your WordPress database and automatically removes user data from third-party services and APIs, keeping you compliant and ensuring you avoid the massive fines imposed by GDPR non-compliance. With just a few clicks of your mouse, your website will be fully GDPR compliant when you use the GDPR Suite. The GDPR Suite works with any website, blog, or e-com store running on WordPress. And with the plugin, users can protect their subscribers by complying with all sections of the GDPR, including right of access. Your subscribers now have the right to request a copy of any of their information you have on file, and the GDPR Suite handles this for you. Right of erasure. We've built this feature right into our plugin, so your users can delete all their data while on your website, with just a few clicks keeping you compliant. Breach notification. Your users instantly get data breach notification. By law, you have 72 hours of first becoming aware of the breach to avoid a fine, and GDPR Suite handles